Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome. We'll get started here in a second. Hope everyone's week is great. A lot of fun things are going on in the space. I saw that Watcher Guru brought some information about potential rate cuts for 2025, up to like 3 to 4 rate cuts, which is awesome. Just absolutely amazing. Obviously, that just propels this space even further, of course. What else is going on? Of course, we'll get into the secret of finding the KOLs here in a sec. Coinbase launches Bitcoin loans for U.S. users. Interesting. Yeah, lending and borrowing in this space is literally, I mean, that's always been the sole reason, behind a lot of the liquidity in the market. President-elect Trump is open to creating an America First strategic reserve that prioritizes cryptocurrencies such as Solana and XRP. Interesting. Yeah, XRP is literally mooning right now. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but XRP is moving quick. So, yeah, we can get into, wow, XRP's at $3.29. Jeez, wow, that is crazy. Where's it going next, guys? Do you guys think that it'll go higher? Probably will. So let me share. Give me 1 second, guys. Perfect. So KOLs, the secret to finding your KOLs that you want to work with, there's so many different KOLs in the space. From KOLs that have, maybe, let's start off with labeling them KOLs at like 2,000 followers, but really, there's a massive there's a massive window of value of followers. So like KOLs that have 500 followers, or just accounts that have 4, 5, 6, 700 followers. Those micro Sorry, we were just having some technical difficulties from one of the team members. But so KOLs and valuable accounts that you can work with can range, with different followers from a couple hundred, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 800 followers, all the way up to, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions, right? So they all have value, and it's so hard to find all the different KOLs out there and the niche, right, that they're in. So like a KOL could be in a new up and coming account that tweets every day, 5, 6, 7, 10 times a day, and they're bringing a lot of value to their small audience of followers. But you better believe that those followers are like die-hard loyalists, to that specific account, because they bring so much value to that niche and everything. So there's a big value there. Oh, awesome. We got Israel joining us.
Hey,
Yo, what's up, man?
doing good. How about you, man?
Hey, I am great. You get parked and are you still driving?
No, I'm driving. I just did a funny thing. Don't tell anyone, guys. I opened the computer in my car, and like, of course, before I started driving, I just started right now, and I kind of broadcast some internet from my phone, and I opened the restream from the computer. Hopefully, you will hear me throughout the entire conversation.
Oh my gosh. I hope your car drives for you, because that is literally
No. I don't.
that is
I'm
literally
not looking
unsafe,
at it.
bro.
It's just like a normal Zoom call that I take, with my, with my, how do you say it? AirPods. I'm looking at the road. Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
okay. Okay, good. Yes. Please.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
No,
Perfect.
no worries. No worries.
Thanks for joining, Israel. Today we're just going to talk about, the secrets behind finding, the right KOLs for your brand. And I kind of just started to intro the topic, about there's so many different KOLs out there. There's so many different niches, and it's really hard to figure out who you want to work with, and who is the best fit for your brand, right? I mean, have you you talk to brands all the time. Is this a pretty common challenge for brands that you've seen?
Yeah, yeah. It's a challenge, and it's it's an existing pain of theirs. Often we ask clients on calls, like, what do you do today? Just so we can learn where they come from, what is their approach for marketing and growth. Like, what do you do today for marketing? A lot of them say, we do influencer marketing, and I often ask a follow-up question of, like, how is it working for you, and then they correct their answer, doing, honestly, we used to do influencer marketing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to some degree, and when I ask why, the first and most popular answer is, yeah, we tried that. It's either we got scammed by false, promoters, or it was super expensive, and we didn't get the results we were looking for. Yeah, so that is the answer we get. And if you ask me for my, let's say, explanation, is because KOLs is a jungle, like it's a wild jungle. You can reach out to, and work with a lot of KOLs, but eventually, you hope for the best, kind of, because you work with agencies, because most clients, work with agencies, because, reaching out to KOLs yourself, it's frustrating, it's time exhausting, and they won't engage with you the same way they engage with agencies that they work with. But eventually, it's kind of like going both ways, where those agencies, they work with the same KOLs, they exhaust those KOLs as audiences, you know what I mean? And then you get shitty results anyway. So that
Right.
is, at least my short analysis of why it is the way it is today.
Yes. And every brand, not, Web3, yes, but I mean, like, literally just like every brand knows this challenge. They come in contact with it, and there has to be a better solution to finding, not only finding the available KOLs, not just the ones that are in the Rolodex of these massive agencies, because there's so many new ones coming up, um, with valuable followers, loyalists, and not to mention that, but also finding the ones that you're not just like out money immediately with no massive value, that they're promising. So the first topic that I really want to cover is, how once a brand figures out, if they're a startup or if they're an existing brand, they have a proper product market fit, and they know the audience that they are looking for. They know that for a fact. That's number one. So how do you go about finding KOLs that meets their target audience?
Should I dive straight into our approach for this?
Sure.
Yeah, because
Please.
I have like an approach that says, if you use the right tools, the right intelligence tools, let's say, you can reach meaningful KOLs, as I like to call it. And what do I mean by meaningful KOLs? Eventually, you leverage KOLs because of their audience. And what you're hoping for is that their audience would make sense to you, would be the same audience that is your target audience eventually, right? So if you use the right tools for doing what we call matchmaking with KOLs, or like influencer matchmaking, you can actually target KOLs or like find KOLs that influence and is followed by the audience that you're looking for. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
That to answer your question. If you want to know how it works, yeah.
Oh, yes, please. So,
Okay. Yeah. I don't want to just take the entire focus like answering like a 10-minute long conversation.
Oh, right.
So
right.
the way it works is this: like with Web3M, we recently started like a new innovation, a new solution of ours, and we also discussed that on our last recent LinkedIn Live. So if some of the people listening today were with us on our last lives, they probably know what I'm about to say. But in any, can you still hear me? By the way,
Yep, I can hear you great.
Can you? You can hear me. That's great. Okay. So the way it works is this. Our solution gets, or like you import, let's say, a chunk of your target audience on Twitter. Let's say you can import your own list of followers. You can mention another Twitter account of one of your competitors that shares the same target audience as you. Like whatever you want that kind of like reflects, okay, this is my target audience, right? And then we go ahead and we cross compare between all those followers, all those people, all those users, and we see who they follow. And then we rank the most followed KOLs by your audience. And this way, we actually bring you KOLs that are followed by your audience, and like the data speaks. It's not just they're in the niche of crypto trading. No, they are followed by the audience that you consider to be your target audience, even by your own followers in some cases. Like you can bring in your followers and see who they follow, which influencers, and then work with them if you haven't already.
Yes, it does.
Does that make sense?
I'd like to clarify something just to make sure that I understand. So not only can you find the KOLs that are directly followed by your audience specifically, but we are able to also find the KOLs.
Eric, forgive me. I hear you. You're lagged for me. I don't hear you quite well.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Me?
Yeah, I can hear you great.
Okay, I could hear you now. Can you repeat the question, please?
So I understand that we can find the KOLs specifically that are followed by the audience that you have provided. So that's directly. But like once we understand the audience, are we able to find other KOLs that meet the same demographic as the audience that you have provided as well?
Oh yes, yeah. Most definitely, yes. You can expand and find similar KOLs to the ones that you found relevant to you. You can alternatively, or not alternatively, maybe both, you can even narrow down on KOLs that also meet a specific engagement rate and up that you'd like, to find the more engaged KOLs. Okay. You can narrow down on the size of the KOLs you want. It's not just anyone who is a KOL, right? Like smaller ones, medium size, those with more engagement. We could also analyze their bio and filter out some even more. We can do a whole bunch of things for the discovery of KOLs. And that is only one side of it, right? So most definitely to your question, we can expand to lookalike KOLs, to narrow down KOLs to your criteria, only KOLs that are followed by 20% of your audience and more, we can do a whole bunch of cool things. And more importantly, it's not just a list of KOLs that we provide, because that's a nice intelligence tool, but we take it a step further, and we can automate the outreach to those KOLs for you, right? We can use our own tools that we use for our clients, right, to reach out to all those KOLs at once on Twitter, right? Automated. Everything is automated. You don't have to do anything. And then to get a response from them and a quote from them, right? And so we make the process so easy and seamless for clients, to a level that you strategize what you want to achieve with KOLs. Yeah, I want to achieve that. I want to bring more people toward my platform. And this is my timeline, and I would like to work with these KOLs, like this kind of KOLs. That's my strategy, right? You only strategize, which you would anyway you would strategize, right? So you only do that, and then you come to Web3M, and you get the full package ready for you to just choose the ones that you want, the KOLs that you feel like working with, and just execute the campaign.
Wow. Okay. What about so what about like authenticating and verifying the engagement? Is there a way to know that the, like, say 70%, 75% of their followers are actual users, or how do you go about understanding their audience?
That's a great question. So we analyze their entire audience, right? And it can go as deep as you could imagine, right? Of course, it's not everything that we mention here is set up and ready on the get-go, right? So there is like base level, which is what I described. And if we want to take it a step further, and this is those are things we do with each client individually when they ask for it, right? And eventually, if it's a good thing and a good use case, we implement it for the entire product for everyone to use. But for your question, we could analyze the KOL's audience. We could filter out, or at least pinpoint, let's say, those who are either bots, other promoters, and let's say low quality accounts, maybe accounts with no following, or like too young accounts, kind of, whatever we set as the criteria for low quality accounts or irrelevant accounts. And then we can bring you like some nice intelligence of, okay, you should expect 60% authentic audience or quality audience, right? So and then they have like 5% engagement rate. These KOL have an average of 5% engagement rate with their posts. So you can literally calculate what you're going to achieve with this KOL.
Got you.
Right? So you know the engagement rate, you know how much audience is quality. So you narrow down and to a level of, this KOL has 100,000 followers, 60% would do like 60,000 quality followers, and they get 5%. Which is what? 60,000, 3,000, people, loyal and quality people are estimated or predicted to engage with my promotion with this KOL.
Right.
You know what I mean? To engage, not only to be exposed, but to literally engage somehow. That's just kind of like a rough estimation.
Sure.
And something I wanted to do live.
At least, I mean, so not at least, so brands will have a proper expectation of what they're going to actually get in return. Like it's not going to be some pie in the sky kind of expectation anymore. Like these KOLs, they offer a great value, but it's going to create a very balanced and very transparent marketplace to work with KOLs for the first time ever in the history of marketing.
That's for sure. Like I love it. You took our solution and you made it like, you know, the like one of its kind, which I believe it is. But thank you for that. But I want to add something on top of it. You mentioned brands being able to measure or estimate the performance, and that is actually our approach with everything we do, to allow brand solutions that are actually measurable and look at things in the right way, in the right approach when doing marketing, would be data driven, performance driven. And I want to add another component in this same solution that we provide that makes it even more performance driven. Like after you chose, let's say you discovered influencers with our solution, you narrowed down to who you want to work with, you use their tools to reach out to those KOLs and cut a deal with them, right? Now you actually execute, right? You go, you know, you meet with them or you chat with them, and then you choose, okay, what we're going to do, executing the campaign, right? Now you have, let's say, 100 or 200 micro KOLs posting something about you, right? And now there should be a lot of engagement flowing in. And what we offer you is actually a dashboard, the same dashboard you use for the discovery, to go back and measure the success of those KOLs. Like you log back in all the posts from those KOLs. Of course, there are tools to make it seamless and in a bulk, so you don't have to waste hours logging in some posts, of course. And then you're able to track everything from the initial engagement all the way to conversions. Everything is measurable. You can see the engagement overall. You can break down comparison between different KOLs that perform differently in your campaign. You can see the conversions, because we also provide a pixel code you implement on your website if this is something you'd like to do and track the entire funnel. We work end to end for our clients to provide something that is whole, to provide something that is literally performance driven, even in industries like KOLs, which is a wide jungle for most clients, for most companies, you know? And that is our approach.
I see. Yeah. And that is it sounds like that is the majority, or you know, some of the off-chain data that is being used to make these decisions and to use these KOLs. So, but it's to my knowledge that there is another dynamic that even splits this even further. So, like so I'm going to ask a question. This is off-chain data, but also Web3M specializes in analyzing on-chain data as well. So, say after you of course you have your target audience, you find say 100 KOLs that you want to work with, and 50 of them are offering, or let's break this down even smaller. So say you reach out and you have 20 KOLs you want to work with. There's 10 of them that are saying, okay, they all have the same amount of followers. All 20 of them have the same amount of followers, and 10 of them are saying, I want paid 0.5 ETH for my services to work with you for a month. And then another KO, those other 10 say, well, we want 0.25 ETH. So how would you use on-chain data to be able to make a decision on which way you want to go? Because they all have the same amount of followers, but one half is charging more than the other. How do you know the value?
Do you mean what they charge you as a brand?
What they charge you as a brand. If you want to work with them, like you're reaching out to them and you want to work with them, and they say, hey, I'm going to charge you 0.5 ETH or 0.25 ETH. And there's 10 of each, but they have the same amount of followers and they have the same amount of engagement, everything. How do you use on-chain data to figure out their actual value of their audience?
Yeah, So surface level information here would be, one is charging half, so it's 50% to more chance to get more ROI. But let's dive even deeper, right? We have a couple components here. Let's combine off-chain and on-chain, right? So we work with those KOLs. We wanna kind of like dive deeper into their insights to learn more about them and what they are capable of. And so we will first analyze all the off-chain components, because this is eventually, you have a lot of hints and insights you could squeeze only from Twitter, by the way, learning who their audience is, as we explained earlier, and what is their engagement rate is. So first you could look at it in an ROI perspective, even without diving into on-chain, right? And my thought about it is, this: one KOL or the first 10, they have an average of 5% engagement rate, meaning this amount of people are estimated to get exposed and engage with you, against the other half we charge double. Maybe the half that charges double would also perform much better, based on the prediction that we provide, which is not only how much they charge, right? It's how much they charge against what they're predicted to deliver for you. This is one aspect. Same thing, we can dive into their audience on-chain aspect, right? Because we can analyze their audience, and then we can resolve back to wallets, because Web3M's capabilities, right? And then we can say, listen, this KOL might charge double or half, right? Doesn't matter which KOL we talk about, but their audience, know that their audience have this amount of dollar value in their wallets, which is shocking to think about, because this is on-chain information about Twitter accounts. But this is what we do in Web3M for all the newbies that are here with us. But that's the aspect. I hope I didn't mess things
No,
make it complicated. But yeah, basically we can look at the on-chain aspect, how much money people hold in their wallet out of the followers of a KOL. What is the token niches they hold? Like, in what niches are the tokens they hold? So if they only hold GameFi tokens, and I'm a GameFi, and this KOL, like all stars align, if you know what I mean. And I'm more confident to work with this KOL, even if they're more pricey.
Sure.
Like, those are the types of analytics we can provide for you to have better performance with KOLs you want to work
That's
with.
awesome. Well, that's something that I need to dive in deeper. That's for sure. But I'm excited to learn more about the tool, and it's accessible now, and we can use it now.
Yeah. Yes, we can use it. The way we onboard clients, of course, is through a demo call. So, if anyone is interested, of course, I'm the most reachable person you will probably find. Let me know that you want to meet through Eric, or, just reach out to us, and yeah, we can meet and of course structure that for your own specific brand and needs.
Awesome. That sounds great. Well, thank you very much, Israel, for joining today, and safe travels. I hope you've made it to your destination. How far you gotta?
I'm actually just parking right now.
Oh,
how funny is this?
Perfect, brother. Perfect. Hey, and on a last note, I'm not sure if I heard the good news with Israel and what's going on over there. Was there a ceasefire announcement or anything going on over there?
Working on it. Okay. I would say yes. There are good there are good things happening. There is some kind of like some risk for Hamas to kind of like ruin the deal right now. I'm hoping it's only rumors, and but there is good direction and good conversation here about kind of bringing back some hostages and like slowly finishing up with this.
Yes, definitely.
mess.
Well, always thinking about you guys over there, through all this. But
Appreciate it,
but
man.
thanks again, Israel, for joining, and thanks everybody in the audience for joining us today. If you didn't get a chance to listen to the middle or the end, or any of the conversation, go back, listen to the recording. The recording will be on YouTube, and will be on LinkedIn. And if you guys have any questions, just like Israel had mentioned, reach out to me or Israel. We're happy to answer any questions. If you guys also, in addition to the Web3 tools and marketing abilities that we have, we also offer organic marketing through the Collab Hub. Every week we hold Twitter Spaces. It's a good way to get in front of a new audience and also make business relationships in the Web3 space. So go to app.web3m.io, check us out, and we'd love to have you. So thanks again, Israel, for joining us today, man.
My pleasure, man. Always a pleasure with you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.